Most people test drive a vehicle like they're simply borrowing it for 10 minutes. If you're about to live with this vehicle for the next 5, 6, maybe 8 years, it should reflect how you use it on a daily basis. One of the things we had a mistake on when we purchased our Land Cruiser was showing up to the dealership pretty much empty-handed. We didn't test it like we were going to be living with it on an everyday basis. So we learned some things through that, and I wanted to share those with you guys today on what you should bring and look for during your next test drive. When we were test driving our Land Cruiser, we did not bring along our book bag or our work bag, which are two things that we take pretty much everywhere with us. So once we got the vehicle home, we realized the wheel well was a little bit smaller than we expected. So the bags didn't fit there very well. So they ended up in the back seat, which caused us some conflict and some issues when we were driving the vehicle. So my recommendation is bring those bags with you. Maybe it's a diaper bag, a work bag, a duffel bag. Whatever it is, do not test drive the car empty. Bring those things with you to make sure it is livable once you get it home. Now, if you're transitioning from a sedan to a truck or an SUV, my recommendation is to take the vehicle to a parking lot, do a U-turn, go back it up into a stall, go even pull it between two vehicles in a parking lot, and make sure you're comfortable, or at least okay with learning to get comfortable with driving it around in tighter spots, because there is a difference between driving a sedan to a truck. And the worst thing that I would hate to have happen to you is you have it for a couple weeks and you realize, I'm not comfortable driving this big of a vehicle, going and picking up my kids, going getting groceries, things like that. So test that out now, not later. Now, if you're a family with kids, I recommend bring the stroller, the pack and play, maybe some of their normal toys along with you, and make sure they fit in the trunk or the back end. Maybe you're a golfer, bring the golf clubs with you. Don't assume it fits just because it fit in your last vehicle. I have a friend actually who had to trade off their mid-size SUV for a minivan because after they put all their kids' stuff in the back, they realized we have no room for our own stuff. So go test those things out now and not when you're going on the family trip and realize nothing fits. So most of us probably have been test driving vehicles that have a wireless charging pad. And unfortunately, a lot of those seem to not really work that well with cases on them. So bring your phone that you're going to be using with the phone case and see if it works on that wireless charging pad. If it doesn't, make sure you know where the cable port is because you're going to be using the cable again. So check if it's kind of in an awkward spot. Does it kind of clutter up the center console area? Just double check that now and not a month later when you're on a road trip trying to charge your phone wirelessly. So my last tip for you guys is to confirm the number of advertised cup holders in your vehicle, because a lot of times they take into account the ones in the side door, and we all know those sometimes barely hold a can of soda. So if you actually need all the cup holders, go check them out, make sure they're legit, and they actually can fit something of legitimacy, okay? Guys, test driving a vehicle is more than just how cool the screen looks. It's about, does this vehicle fit into your actual life? So bring your stuff, test out how it really works in your life, and make sure you don't have those regrets later on. If there are some things that you wish you would have tested before making that purchase, I'd love to know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.